Hello, hope everyone's doing well, and welcome back to my channel. It's all about fountain pens, inks, and papers, and anything else in between, nibs, etc. Okay, today's about pen collecting, fountain pen collecting. I get questions from time to time. How did I start? Well, I started 5 years ago. 6 years ago. Yeah, that's 6. Before that, it was a few years before that I was buying the Lexus, the expensive. What do I mean by less expensive? I mean less. I know. Sorry. Less like if it was under 10, I'd buy it. Oh, how times have changed. I just wish they changed before I stopped going to Tokyo. Yeah, I'd be buying a pen and I go, oh man, it's $22. Oh, those were the days. Anyways, let's talk about pen. Of course, we're attracted to certain ones. You got to remember there's model collection, as in like Mont Blanc, they do like the hands and then say pocket pens. There you go. There's 2 right there that, oh man, I got ink all over me. These are just 2 pocket pens by Mont Blanc. And they have many others that are, this one is 2006, I think it is, or 2009, one of them. I think it's 2006. They're not positive. It's 2006, 2009. I looked it up. And this one is this year's 2024. Of course, I'm not too sure when this is going to go out. So it's 2024. So, and you got to figure, is it the material that you love? Do you just love black pens? And I have a friend that collects black pens. I don't get it. But I'll say they are stunning together. Like she does have some Mont Blancs, and she has like the rose gold, the white gold, and the yellow gold, which is what I had there. And they do, and then she'll have, like the 149, 146, 144, and then she'll have like some red ones, and then she'll have, and they do look stunning. So sometimes mine, I'm sure, looks a little bit haphazard. So then there's price. And brand new, this is $1,000, over $1,000. No, I did not buy it new. I bought it at the Orlando Pen Show at a vintage dealer. And then you have this one here, Hondo, I think, Hondo. Let me spell it for you. I could be saying it wrong too. I know they're inked. Hung, Dian. Amazon, $16.95. Last I looked, no, there's nothing. No gold. Not going to be. These are Chinese pens. This is another Chinese pen. And this one is Asdine. I think is how it's said. I often think they're the same. Not gold. This one is $1 more. So, they're going to splurge. No, I'm not kidding. This is all metal. This one is, at least. And this one, let's see, is it? No, it's definitely light. And this one, let's see. No, this one's definitely heavy. So let's see, it's all gold. Cartridge filler. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of my pens are. Let's put that down. And so that's what you have to think about. If you want a classic one, and it doesn't have to be that big. It could be a 146. I don't know what retail is. Probably around, I don't know. I'm not going to say. And then there's the 144. Boy, they do carry a static. And then you can get into type. Do you want piston? These are very affordable, twisty. They have, most of my Ecos had Schiller. Not all. This is a T, so this one's a little bit more. It's under 50, where this one, this one has been discontinued. My friend Lucy got it for me. It's amazing. But God, the pink lover. Pink's a dialer too. she got it for me, but usually let me get a plain eco, one that's not, yeah, no, that's a T. Here. This one, it's usually under 35, usually. Sometimes it's under 40. See, they all have each other. The ecos. So, that's another thing you have to think about. What are you drawn to? I will tell you, if you're just starting out in this hobby, it will change. And also remember that those, as things change for you, you're still going to love your other ones. I mean, I still love some of my older ones. A couple of them I don't. I don't want to get rid of them because I do change. It's just at this time, they're not my favorites. And then you got to remember the nibs. You can go get extra. Some companies just do extra 2X's fine. Others do not. Others are just extra fine. And then you can go all the way up to, now this is a custom nib that I just want to show you, which is another thing you got to think about. Not now, but they're new. This is called the Gru, and it's done by Pensloth. I was lucky. Back then, they'd post them on Instagram, and most of them don't do that now. Oh, here's what it looks like, the Gru. He's a big one. I love it. So, then that's another thing to think about. Do you want to get into it? I first started out with fines. But I asked a friend, because I was so new to it, I says, I don't understand why it keeps clogging, shimmer. And I says, it doesn't show any of the shading. She goes, you got to go up. Get a medium or broad. You see a difference. And I did. So that was nice. She was very nice. And there again, the feeling system. There's non-color. Sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. So there's they have this, and for $35 for a regular Twisty is an excellent price. And then you have your cartridges. Nothing wrong with the cartridge. Nothing wrong with them at all. That I do was piston or that. Usually these are pistons. So that I do, I'm starting to really like the pistons. I'm getting drawn more and more to it. Does that mean I'm not going to buy a cartridge? No, I'm still going to be buying. And then you got to figure out, what are you going to be using it for? Is it something you want to chuck in your purse that doesn't cost a lot? Because, losing a $17 pen compared to a $35 pen or new $1,000 pen, it's a little over 1,000. I think it's 1,050. So you got to think about that too. And then do you want to start collecting like Montblancs, Twisties? I have, when my next ones come, I do have 2 on order. I'll have 46, which is nowhere near what some people. Now that's not just Ecos, that's the 580s and all that. And the back filler, can I show you the back filler? Yes, there you go. That's the back filler. This is close to, I think it's about 80. Well, I'm going to say under 100, just so I'm safe. So there's those. So do you want to collect that collection? I tend to want things perfect before I move on. Sorry. Right now, I'm still in my Mont Blanc phase. Falling in love with my Mont Blancs, I'll tell you that. I always thought they were black. But now I have 3 of the black ones, and then I have all these others. So, what are you going to use them for? Creative writing, letter writing, journaling, writing your book, just to have fun playing with them? That's another thing to think about. Do you want it as an art piece? I don't know. I guess this would be my closest art piece. I don't really have any I'd call art pieces, but I think that would be considered an art piece. What do you think? It's a Mont Blanc. So are you into art, what I call art pieces? And of course, here's another one. This is trying to blank, Jane. I had this written down. Naniki! With riding and all this gold. There it is. Got a lot of Naniki. It's not only one of Naniki. I had several on Urushis. But then I started kind of having weird sensations. I stopped. So that's another thing to think about. And it's not when you first start now. You got to say that you love the fountain pen journey. And that's another thing. It's a journey. What I liked 5, 6, 7 years ago, as you know, that's $20. Oh, I got to think twice about that. It wasn't like I didn't have it. It's just, do I want to spend that much on a fountain pen? Oh, how times have changed. So now I'm actually into the Montblancs. I will always buy some of my small makers because they do make some fun pens. Here's one, a Maverick, and here's another, which is, I want to make sure I say that correctly, Zodiac. You know, I've already talked about that. This one a lot. I like it a lot. And they do everything. It's usually a one-man shop, one-woman shop. You have Black Robin Pins in the UK who does a lot of her skateboard pin. So there's another thing. So you got to look at every day troubleshooting. Because sometimes you got to figure out, why is this getting clogged in Odonia? Oh, it's an extra fine, and I put sugar in there. Or it could be a sheening ink. I've heard people say that. And then as you go on, you're going to be looking at pens, like Twisties. I'm not a Lanny person, so I do have 3. I do use them from time to time, but and I'm not saying anything bad. I know Lanny people who just don't like Twisties. So it's not like you have to like every pen. You don't have to. Take my word on it. I don't. There's some I don't like. I do have things sometimes from other makers, but other times I don't. It's just, and that's okay. Don't ever let anyone tell you that it's not okay not to like a pen. And it's nothing against the pen. You just don't like it. You may not like how it feels. You may not like the finesse. Right now it's the weight too. And then the next thing you might want to think about is, what's exquisite to you? Or AKA the Holy Grail or the Grail pen. I always said, I don't believe in grails. Well, I do. I do say that for these. Or if I buy one without having the budget, or at least most of it, then I pay it off in 2 months or 3 months. And that's okay. Some people say, no. When I go, well, that's up to you. That I'm not going to miss out on something just because I don't want to pay a little bit of interest. Oh, I love that pen. So that's the other thing. It just, these are what my current inks are right now. I do get, what's the word without using the word? I'm just going to use the word pissy about my pens. Like I'm already going, okay, this one's going to cleaned out. That one's going to cleaned out. That one that I have, it's going to be replaced with another Scribble. Oh yeah, this one, because it's orange. I'm really into holidays. This one is that huge nib one. Maybe. This one, no. This one is. This one is. This one is. And this one is. So you can see, I really do get kind of Denacors. Don't know. Maybe. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 20. The rest are Christmas pins. So, and I do that. And I am a bit of a weirdo when it comes to holidays pins, whether it's summer, winter. And to me, that's a holiday too, winter. It's not a holiday, but I had pins for winter. I had a snow. Oh, I got to get out my snowflake one for January. Not that we get snow in my part of Florida, Central Florida. So that's another thing to think about. Now, do I have these inked? Yeah, I can show you. I'll just use my finger. I don't care. Doot, doot, doot. Yep. That. Oh, thank God there's no police. So they say, what the heck is she sniffing? Smells like coffee. I love that one. You say, oh yeah, but this one isn't inked. Oh yeah, yes it is. This one is inked with, I do believe, yes, Krishna Sea at Night. So it's, I haven't done January's, but this, it doesn't matter what one this is. There it is, Sea at Night. It has a little bit of the red sheen. That's not the heavy red sheen. So I'm going to keep those inked because I'm still seeing, I've only had inked for, this one's, actually I had this first one inked about 3 or 4 months and a half. Now this one, my newest one, which is, where is it? It's Dean. It's a Thine, and this one is Thine too. I want an extra Thine for them to see how it is. I'm asking for it for Christmas. Yeah, I know I can buy it. My husband likes buying some of this. No, you don't know how much these things are. Sorry, I didn't need to shake. So yeah, that's another thing you have to think about. Now, let me tell you, the last 2 years, I was out of commission for 8 months, so I guess 2.5. My tastes have changed a lot. I was only buying small makers for 90% of my pins. Only buying small makers. And I still love them, so it's not that I don't love them. It's just, this Conti. I love this pen. I really love this pen. I can't tell you how much I love it. I love it. So that's, so your taste will probably change. They may not. I know someone who, she only likes twisties, and that's all she collects all the tights. And she does seek it. Excuse me. She does seek them out. Oh yes, the other thing is nib. I think I already talked about nibs. I gotta sit there. So there's a lot to think about in pins, and really there isn't. Buy what attracts you to the eye. Same with the nibs. If you want to have all mediums, then have all mediums. If you want to have only extra fine, and I do believe Scribble does extra fine. I do believe so. I think I have it, but it's kind of, you don't want to know about the studio when you've been sick for so long. It was a dumping ground in here. My husband said, "Where do you want this?" And it was just stuff in general. I know I'll put it in the studio. Oh my God. Anyways, so and then okay, let's get into it. Let me show you this. One thing I said I was going to do, and this was like a couple of years into it. I said to myself, I really want to have holiday pins. So like these are my Christmas ones. Where are they at? Here they are. Oh, this is my Magna Carta. That goes someplace else. So these are all not all of them, but the ones that are inked. This one's not. I keep thinking I'm going to, now it's getting too late. These are the ones that are inked. The Flying Santa by Binyo. They have gorgeous knits. I have 2 of them, and they're gorgeous. Moon Man, which I do believe it was bought out by someone else or taken over, whatever. Lucky Star, Tailored Pins, River City, Tailored Pins, Franklin Kristoff, and Pilot. Did I say this is Lucky Star? Yeah. This is Opus 88. So I have, now do I have Easter and all that? No, the Easter is full of pastels. That's springtime, so I get out some of my pastel. My lighter colored pins. How's that? So that's what I do, and it's just something I love doing. I love collecting the different of course fall's easy, browns and yellows or yellows, and I had orange. I had quite a few that adapt to the fall. Not that we have fall. So I mean, this is December. And I'm wearing shorts and a short sleeve shirt with flip-flops, and we're freezing. Okay, there. Sorry about that. So that's another thing. Seasons, of course, with us, that's what we need. We had 2 seasons. I guess 3. Hotter than holy heck with the humidity. Because summertime is our rainy season. So it's 95 and raining. And if we had the tropical storm come through, that one, wasn't Milton, it's the one before it. I don't remember the name, so it probably was a female. They usually like doing it that way, male, female. It dumped, I think we had 10.5 inches of rain in 12 hours. Yeah. What was I talking about? Anyways, pins. Buy what you love. Your taste will change, probably. I'm going to give it an 85% chance it'll change. I know mine is. Mine has changed so much. I went from buying, let's see, this one, even though it's $16.95, 7 years ago, I would have thought about it because it's $16.95 with free shipping if you're Prime. And that's same with this one. This is $17.95. So I probably would have bought that one over this one. I know. It's silly, isn't it? You're saying, Jane, really? Yeah, but that's how far you come, and you'll be the same way. Unless you're one of the lucky ones. You go, okay, it's only Mont Blancs, that's it. And I know people have done that. My hat's off to you. I finally made it. I have 11 so far. I do have one that a store is looking for me. They said they'll find it sooner or later. I go, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, so it's Mont Blanc. I think I have 9 of them inked out of 11. Yeah. So I can see more Mont Blancs. So like I said, there's not 4 at one. I got sidetracked again. I'm sorry. So anyways, I pretty well covered it. And in the end, do what you want. Don't let anyone tell you no. No one's going to tell you no. They might say, oh, I don't know. But remember, I see a mark. Just remember, you're the one who decides what's going to be in your collection. And if you go to a pen show, there's a couple of them I'm waiting on. Keep getting to try them. I want to try a Pelican, how do you want to say it, M800, and M1000. I want to try them and see which one feels better in my hand. Because what I used to do for a living, my hand likes a little bit of weight, but not a lot of weight. Does that make any sense? I don't like the really light ones. Now, I have plenty of light ones, and I use them. And I like them, especially when you can say, oh, this is really light. Yeah, but once you fill it up with all this ink, it's not so light. And so remember, if you go to a pen show, which I highly, if you can, recommend. Hopefully you have one close enough. Like I'm only going to Orlando next year, 2025. Just things have come up. And so I bet I will have more money. I'm going to try the end. Hopefully I remember. I got to write my notes, and I do write notes, and I'll go into that when it gets closer. I want to try the M800 and M1000. The M400, I liked. I find it too light. I've heard that the M1000 is close to this. If that's true, I like it. You may not. That's what I used to do for leading. I do like the 146 too, so I like that. They say the older you get, the more you like the wider ones. Yeah, I can see that. I can agree with that. So that's the other thing. Go to a pen. If you can. I know you can't. So sometimes you're just out in the middle of nowhere and, Jane, it's not worth it. I understand that. If you can, go to a pen store. I don't have any around me. Closest one's 2 hours. And honestly, I don't want my husband with me. He'll say, oh, another 10? How much was that? And he knows I'm lying. But that's half the game with the two of us. I say, oh, it was $110. He goes, oh. I'm just saying this when he just doesn't know about this. He says, wow, that looks interesting. And I says, yes, to wait until you see this. And he says, okay. And I'll be scrolling and scrolling. Because he says, it doesn't have the net. I go, you wait. Voila. And there it is. Isn't that cool? But this is the Bohan I talked about. I had an unboxing on it. So then that's another thing I have to look at, you know. Weight. I'll say I've warned many people. It's a hobby that you can get knee deep in. Knee deep. Where's my ink? Oh, here it is. And we won't even go into, oh, that's nice. It has a green sheen. Just got through with those. I haven't bought any ink lately. Oh, I know. Amazing, huh? But that's how many bottles of ink I had. 397, and I'm not done. I have about another 10. Oh, let's go another 6. So I had a little over this. Yeah, it's dry, so I can close it. And you say, do you really have that many? Now, these are bottles. These, I do not include these because they're a little too small. I do not include samples, and I had probably 500 samples. Yeah, I have the ink. You're saying, oh, see, I got sidetracked. We need to get off that. So anyways, before I go on, and this is an hour long, so that's it. I will be doing some more Grail videos because they're fun. And who doesn't love a good Grail? I know. Don't say, Jane, you said you didn't believe in them. Well, I do now because, you know, when you get a Grail, you're really happy. So, yeah, so, and you say, well, didn't you buy these pretty close to each other? That one, and where's my newest one? Oh, it's in here. And this one, yes. I told my husband he's not getting a lot for Christmas. No, not really. I already had this Christmas. And you know what my husband would say? Oh, okay. I love Christmas. He hates it. So, yeah, it's just, so, and Grails are something you can save for. I've been saving for this Bohan. I got to start saving for, I had little, I write down things that's being saved for a pen, or sometimes it's a shirt. You know, some shirts that are expensive. Not a lot, not anymore. I'm out of that profession. Been out of that for a long time. But yeah, so this one, I've been saving for it. I'm going to save that for another one. Now, does that mean if I don't have the money, I won't buy it? No. If it's a price I'm willing to pay, I will buy it, charge it, put down which is at least half, and usually it's not 2/3, and then I'll pay off the other. Usually the next month. Just means I can't buy anything. That's what it means. So yes, I am going to be saving up for another Bohan. There's another one, and I forget what it's called, in LeBlanc. And I'm probably going to be getting a writer's edition, 2025. So, you know, there's always something. And you're going to, if you're like me, I have a short attention span. I fall in love with something, and then I'm done. I don't know. This LeBlanc has been going on for a while. Anyways, if you had any questions, I hope you found this helpful. I know I've been off topic a little bit. Well, not off topic, but, you know, not quite all about pens. Yeah, it's all about pens. You know what I'm saying. So, yeah, so I can honestly say, buy what you want, enjoy what you have. You don't need to have a ton of pens. You don't. I'm going to talk a little more. What I do though is, you already seen, I'm going to wash this, wash this, wash this, that I'm going to be doing another screw. Actually, I'm expecting one something. I'm still working on that. Love that, keeping that. These two aren't going to be washed out. They're going to be taken out and put back into the twisties. This one probably needs to be washed. I'm not going to. This one, and this one is going to be washed. So, and I'm trying to keep my pins because I had the, which is part of the problem. It's common. I get overwhelmed if I have too many. I mean, I used to have, if you go back early last year, as in 2023, 2023, I had like 82, 83 pins inked. And then I'd clean a bunch out, and I'd had it at 63. Then I'd miss them, then I'd redo it. So yeah, so do what you want. If you want to ink them all, ink them all. Don't let anyone tell you can't. If you had 100 pins and you only want one inked per week, I know someone who does that. She likes something one pen inked. She has 127, I believe. Last I talked to her, which was last week, she's like me. Awesome. Oh, look what I have. We do that to each other. Oh, look. She goes, oh. And she only wants one pen inked a week. Then she washes it out, puts it away, and she has another one. So she goes through them. And once in a while, she'll have 3 inked. That's rare. So anyways, I'm going to say that's it about fountain pen collecting. Enjoy the ride. You might have changes like I had. Like I say, I was very focused on one. Now I've gone to another. I think first was Leonardo. I had 10 of them. That's plenty now. Right now, I get tired, not tired of it, but then I go, oh, screw those, let's screw those. And then, of course, now it's not long. So it's always changing to me. And you might be one or you might be the other way. Enjoy the ride. And most of all, have fun. Thank you for listening. Liking and subscribing really does, like every time I see that, I go, yes, yes. Really. And have a wonderful day.